All right. Had one of the more interesting um, open positions show up on our OPP. That's this green bar. It comes out over 757. So not above 757 is this big position. And it'll plot to where the last bit of it was filled. But as soon as this comes in, I'm going to back it up just a second, play it in real time. As soon as the big aggressive buy orders and iceberg came in, that was part of this guy opening in this long position all the way up to 87.75. Now, what's important with a position like this is number one, it becomes, and I just paused it, it becomes very important in real time as a pivot. Bullish above, but bearish below, because it's a sample size of many long positions that could be like, uh-oh, what's going on here? So as we play it, you'll see it creep below it and then really get sent south. You see my cursor in real time going around. I was actually on mute, and I quickly unmuted my mic to talk about this, talk about the big orders, these blue boxes, talk about how big he was, talk about how this laser goes red, green, red, green. When it's green, we're bearish below it. But here's what's also really interesting. Even if you didn't get short at that moment, you wouldn't have gotten long all the way down. And that's really, really important. That number one, you would have saved a ton of money by not trying to fight this thing. And when you did get short, you put yourself in a position to ride it down. What do I mean by that? When we fast forward it, after 2 minutes, this one goes away so we could see more detail. And it stays up on the 60-minute and the 15-hour. But down in here, we'll fast forward it beyond 2 minutes. And then look at all the longs on this vertical that are going to continue to appear and fire as we go down. Every down tick is opening up a bunch of longs. And that's the, hey, ride it lower. You're short. It's whether it's get short, you are short, ride it down. There's no reason to get out. If I back it up, you could see all these big sell orders come in, and the market respects them, meaning they go down with them. And all these longs, even when a short comes in, we stay below them. Longs come in. Even when these shorts come in, I'm like, listen, no reason to get out unless it gets above 80. All these longs come in, market just continues to get stepped on. It looks at the VWAP, which is this white line. It's got some shorts in there, but there's enough longs to say if it stays below some of those big longs, you still got it. And then we get below the VWAP, another big 500 lot. So they were coming in 500 at a time. Even though the short comes in, we stay below it. And it's like, if we get above 73.5, you could stay short. And they go up to 73.5, stop, continue with more big sell orders. And it wasn't until we got all the way down, you still see more longs, until we got all the way down to this moment where the first couple icebergs appeared, and a decent amount of shorts said this could be the first laser change from green to red that we could pop a little bit in there. And then when the market comes back through there, I stopped the recording, but it gets long again, put you back on the right side. But it's calling these levels here, right up in here. The first green iceberg that pretty much came in was right here, and it caused the bottom in this 58, 59 area. So there was a lot to be understood, so much that I'm going to do a separate private session to our group about it in more detail. And so great stuff.